Hi, I'm Carrie. Welcome back to my channel. I'm a voiceover artist, and today I'm going to give you some techniques for warming up your voice. Okay, so confession, I don't always warm up. But I should. If I've just popped into the studio and there's an audition that really needs doing, and it's not something super strenuous like a big crazy character audition, I will just do it without warming up. However, I do highly recommend that you warm up. My warm-up techniques are kind of a mishmash from my experience as a trained singer, so a classical opera kind of training, some musical theater training, and also what I've learned over the years through doing yoga and particularly doing face yoga. I have this wonderful app called the Lovely app, Luvly. I am not getting any kind of kickback from them. I just like it. It's a good app for toning the muscles of your face and your mouth and your neck. And added bonus, it helps lift the skin and gets rid of wrinkles. And who doesn't want that, right? I'm going to do a few things from that app today, as well as some other warm-ups that I might do. Mine might be a little unconventional, but you're welcome to do it along with me. The bonus is that I'm going to look ridiculous, but you get to do this in the privacy of your home. Okay, first we're gonna start with the big muscle groups and work down to the smaller muscle groups to get everything kind of loose and ready to go. I recommend holding each one of these stretches for about 20 seconds. I'm not gonna do that for the purpose of this video, but you can do it at home. Okay, so the first thing is just rolling the shoulders. You wanna get them loosened up. Also, working out is great. Going out for a walk is a really good idea if you have time. Anything to kind of like get the juices flowing and get your body warmed up. Okay, and ear to the shoulder and hold.
Other side. Tuck the chin. And then turn the head side to side.
And then another really good thing to do, especially in the world of smartphones where we're all like this all day long, is to do something where you're actually going to keep your head in this plane, but take your chin straight back.
And straight forward, and straight back.
And again, you're going to want to hold these for longer than I'm holding them, but you get the idea. Okay, so now we're going to start working more on the smaller muscles. We're going to start actually getting into the throat and doing some warm-ups there. So the first thing that we're going to do is a little bit of face yoga. First is an easy one. We're going to just relax the jaw muscles. These muscles can get really tight. If you're like me, I'm like a clencher when I'm stressed or when I'm in pain. And these muscles can get so tight, so we want to stretch them out. So first we're just going to open up the jaw and stretch it. Kind of like you're yawning, but right now you're really focused on just getting this jaw open as much as you can. When you get it down there, try to do it side to side. Okay, next, we're going to loosen it from the outside with a little bit of massage. So you're going to put your fingers into little hooks like this with the thumb out. Put your knuckles right here at the bottom of your chin, and you're just going to use your thumb as kind of like an inchworm to pull that knuckle up to your ears, and then do it again. And you're just, again, you're kind of like doing this and using your thumb to pull your knuckle up your chin. And then you're going to go up a little bit, start at the corners of the mouth. And don't be afraid to really dig in there a little bit. Do this as many times as you like. 3 or 4 times is probably a good idea. I'm not going to do that now. Okay, next we're going to get inside the mouth a little bit. So we're going to warm up the tongue and do some strengthening exercises for the tongue. So the first thing that you're going to do with your lips closed, you're going to take your tongue in a circle around the inside of your lips. Again, I recommend 4 or 5 times for that, and then the other direction. Okay, now inside your mouth, you're going to take your tongue in a U position, and you're going to press the sides, the outsides, the ridge of your tongue against the roof of your mouth. Hold for 2 or 3 seconds, repeat 4 or 5 times. Now you're going to turn the U the other way, take the middle of your tongue, press it against the roof of your mouth. And I'm only doing one rep here, holding for 2 or 3 seconds, but again, for each of these, hold 2 or 3 seconds, do it 4 or 5 times. Now this one's a little bit trickier. You're going to take your tongue into an upside down U again, but this time you're going to try to press the sides of it down into the bottom of your mouth. It's a little trickier. And again, now a regular U, the middle of your tongue to the bottom of your mouth. Okay, next is the one where we get to look a little silly. We're going to stretch our tongue out. We're going to stretch it in all directions, and then we're going to do an exercise where we're going to try to control it a little bit, and I'll show you what I mean. First is the stretch. So you're going to take the tongue out and down to each side and then up. Here we go. Do that 4 or 5 times, just a good idea to get your tongue working and ready. Next, this exercise is you're going to kind of create like a smile with your mouth, kind of like a shape, and you're going to try to push your tongue out and pull it back in without touching the sides of your mouth. This is not easy to do. It takes a lot of control, but it's fantastic for getting more fine motor control of your tongue. Okay, so here we go. We're going to create that shape with our mouth. We're going to do the tongue. Okay, now we're going to move back into the throat a little bit. Back here in the back of your throat, if you start to yawn, you're going to feel your soft palate lift. This is what we want to try to do, but without the yawn. But we can kind of fake it. So pretend that you're starting to yawn and try to hold that feeling in the back of your throat as best you can. All we're looking for is to stretch out a little bit and to create a little bit more space in the back of the throat. So again, just 4 or 5 times, hold for a second or two. We're going to start a yawn to stretch out that soft palate. I've done one. You can do 4 or 5 times to repeat. Okay, moving on. Again, this is back to my singer training. What we want to do is stand up nice and straight. You want to think of the crown of your head as being pulled straight up with a string. So that creates a very straight column of air all the way down into your body. Ground your feet flat on the floor. Even push into your feet a little bit and imagine that you're standing on a bath mat and you're trying to rip that bath mat apart with your feet. That gives you a really good idea what grounding feels like. Okay, so you're standing, you're grounding, you're going to breathe in, but don't let the shoulders come up. You're going to breathe right into the diaphragm and the sides and the back, even if you can. Think about creating a column of air here. And now you're going to squeeze that column of air. You're going to open up the back of the throat and just make any kind of sound that comes out. All right, what I do is I put all that together. I ground, I breathe into my belly, I engage my muscles, I create a nice tall column of air. I start that yawn to open up the soft palate, and I'm going to sing a little bit. So I always sing the same song, or same songs, and they are from Handel's Messiah. I know that's not going to work for everybody, but that's what I've been doing for a long time. I'm not going to make you listen to the whole thing. I'm just going to do a little bit of it, and then we'll move on. If you are not a singer, you can simply read some copy. So grab the newspaper or whatever you've got lying around, or if the book that you're reading to yourself, read it out loud just to get the system flowing, but use all of the techniques that we talked about for the good vocal health. I really hope that was helpful. Comment down below if you have any questions or if there's anything that you were confused about. And I would also love to hear about what you do to warm up as well. I'm always looking for new ideas. Okay, bye-bye. See you next time.